Okay, so picking up from where we left off, all right, I'm going to go ahead and Control 0 so that I get out of that. And what I'd like to do is, first off, I don't need that circle anymore, so I'm going to delete it, okay? And one of the things that I'm going to do here is I'm going to put some text on an open path, okay? So there should be a path here. Let me just do a Control A, okay? And sure enough, you can see there's this squiggly path here, which I can see, all right? And that's not going to be the easiest thing to select, but you should get familiar with being able to select text. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that down, all right? And that text there, I think, just so that it'll all fit nicely and look nice, I am going to select that text, all right, and I'm going to make it fit so that it's all one line and I have a little bit more room on this. So let's try 72 point, okay, and there we go. Cover your mouth and nose. There we go, space, and nose. There you go. All right, and let's go ahead and let's change the text here, this text box, so that it doesn't have that that other area text in it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now what I'd like to do is, like I said, I have that path. I Control A, and I can see where that path, that squiggly path is. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to get some text along it. Okay, so I'm going to zoom into that area. Okay, there we go. All right, and actually zoom out just a tiny bit. All right. There we go. Okay, sorry, my mouse is being a touch on the slow side. Okay, so what I'd like to do is I have that text, that path, and I'm going to add a little bit of text to it, and I want it to not conflict with that green graphic that says cold, so I'm going to just move it up a little bit. And so I'm going to type in some text, okay? And notice when I am nice and close to this line, the cursor changes, okay? So I have that cursor, and I need to get it to have kind of a squiggly line, okay? And so I'm going to select it, all right? I have my text. Okay, I see. It started over there. So I'm going to go ahead and type what I want to type, which is wash your hands. All right. Do you see that there, when I select this path, that there are these little lines that cross over? Well, that tells me where my text is going, and I can actually move this along that path. So I'm going to just leave that there, okay? And I'm also going to do another thing here, which is, I want to go get this text styling, okay? So I'm going to select it, all right? And like that, and then I'm going to select it that way. Personally, I don't like doing it that way. I prefer to just change the fonts and so forth manually if I have to. So as you can see, I'm making it larger. I went to the character panel, and this is making it just fine. Okay, so let's go with about 90 points. That seems to be just fine. Okay, and now we have text along that path, and also let's go ahead and change the color to white. All right. another thing we can do, let's go ahead and let's copy this, okay? So I'll do Control C and Control V, okay? And we want to make this type kind of go on this this other part of the path, okay? So what I'll do is I'll just grab this like so, and I see that my arrow changes as I get in there toward that blue line, and it becomes a little arrow that shows that I can push this forward, okay? And that's exactly what I wanted, okay? And wash your hands, wash your hands. Always good advice. And what we're going to do is change that text by selecting it and put in stay home when sick. Whoops. I'm not the best typist. Alright, get that out. And as you can see our little red plus sign? That means there's more text back there. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my line and I'm going to drag it over like that. Okay, so that's how I can create text text with an effect on an open path. All right, and let's do another little thing down here. All right, I see that my text got a little wacky, so I'm going to zoom out so I can see what happened. Okay, that's always a good idea when you're having any kind of problem with your stuff whatsoever. And I think this text right here, because it's going down into this area text box, is really just too big. All right, so we're going to take that down a little bit more. Okay, there we go. And let's get that text size down a little bit too. Okay. All right. So that feels pretty good. Okay. Now another thing that we can do, and as you can see, this is why when I have headline text, I don't have it associated to other text through area text boxes. Okay, because you will spend most of your project time then making edits to your text. So now I've got to change my my paragraph text down here so that it's there we go. And it just becomes, too much to manage. I definitely recommend that when you're going to do paragraph text, it's just paragraph text. It's just exactly where it should be, and it is just paragraph text. Okay? Otherwise, you run into these kinds of problems all the time, but I wanted to do this the way that the book showed. Okay? Okay, there we go. And then we'll realign the stay home when sick text. Okay?